Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What If RuneScape, the series where we take an idea and stretch it out as far as it can go. I'm your host, Sturdy Bobby, and we're going to be talking about how Jagex recently said they need a new low-level Slayer Master in one of the points in the equipment rebalancing blog post. And what better way to introduce a new Slayer Master with a new continent for them to reside on? And I'm talking about Eldwin the Beastmaster, the new Slayer Master for the continent of Valamor. Eldwin is a rugged type of man who also wears a cloak with a patchwork of different types of creatures, showcasing his taxidermy and slayer skills. Living in a cabin in the Strangle Wood, between Valamor and Karen as you know it. So you can't just introduce a new Slayer Master and say, hey, go slay. They actually kind of have to have a quirk or feature a part of it, and that's where the taxidermy comes in. You're going to have a new place to make trophies other than in Mortania, but there's going to be a whole host of new Slayer tasks accompanied by it. And for a good number of these tasks, there's going to be a new item added to the drop table. And most of these drop tables could sorely use it. So the purpose of Eldwin the Taxidermist is to provide you a route in the early game to getting certain things like rock shell armor, spined armor, skeleton armor, granite armor, obsidian armor, and a whole bunch of different kinds of things that you wouldn't necessarily think of when looking for armors from bronze all the way up to dragon. But that's not all. Say you have a Slayer task to kill giant mole, you actually have a chance to earn the mole slippers at a rate of something like 1 in 500. Say you got a Slayer task to kill lava dragons. A lava dragon mask also has a 1 in 500 chance to drop. They don't just have to be armor. They could be trophies or even outfits, like an Anku or mummy outfit, which personally is only found in clue scrolls. And that is primarily what we're gonna change. Things like mole slippers, frog feet, bear feet, demon feet, imp mask, all different things like that are going to be a part of our Slayer tasks. And on the drop table, while you're slaying them, you have a 1 in 500 chance maybe to receive these items or a component to make these items, to include some of the cosmetics that are left in the higher tiers of gameplay that really have no purpose to be warded off that far away from new players. Probably the people who would get the most use out of them. So really quick, I want to go over a couple of the things that you might see as a Slayer task from Eldwin the Beastmaster. Giant mole, giant frogs, bears, imps, goblins, penguins, wolves, unicorns, zombies, cyclopses, dragons, demons, Anku, mummies, a new version of Feral, Larupia, Garak, and Kayat, as well as yaks, rock crabs, dagonoths, Wallowskis, and Tazars. If we happen to be lacking on bosses, maybe we could look at some things like jungle demons. A jungle demon mask is a part of the cosmetics that we could strive for, and maybe that could just be a refightable jungle demon somewhere within Valamor. Maybe even Eldwin has one captured and we can fight him in the basement. A Feral, Larupia, Garak, and Kayat would be amazing to add into the game, and it could even be a new tier of equipment that you would look for, kind of like rock shell, spine armor, or skeleton armor. It could have a specific use, maybe even a hunter utility. As far as earning more hunter experience, we don't necessarily have an outfit for that yet. Or if we want to go really insane, a Feral, Larupia, Garak, or Feral Kayat could just be a boss. Or all three at the same time could be a pretty decent boss fight. And not to mention the new rat boss, soon to be introduced into Varrock, could easily slot its way right on the list of Slayer tasks for Eldwin the Beastmaster. All of these monsters here start from the bottom, going at least into the mid-game. And if we increased the boss counters with Tazars to include Jad as well, then this seems like the perfect low-level to mid-level Slayer boss. All the while you're earning new armors, trophies, and cosmetics. And this would actually give us a chance to look at all of the different armors that we don't think of in between bronze and dragon to maybe do a little bit of rebalancing to make everything fit right where it needs to be. And with this update, of course, I think there should be an upgraded version of the trophy room. One where Your mannequins can hold whatever outfit you'd like them to. Even if it still had to be a matching outfit, I would love to see an entire room full of my favorite armor sets. So that's what I would do if I was in charge of this update, everybody. A new Slayer Master Taxidermist that's in the middle of the woods right before Valamor. We're introduced to him as a low to mid-tier Slayer Master, but all of his uniqueness comes from the different types of drops that you could try to find.